Welcome back to Muscle TV. Well, Dana Linn Bailey would need very little introduction to most people watching the show. She's the most popular physique athlete in the world. In fact, she was the winner of the first ever Physique Olympia title. She's also one of the nicest and most humble to boot. We were lucky enough to catch up with DLB earlier this year to find out more about this amazing lady. Here with Dana Linn Bailey, Miss Physique Olympia, first one ever on Muscle TV. Hey, Dana, welcome to Australia.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Well, first time here. Let's find out a little bit about you. Here you are, world famous, queues of people here to see you, but it didn't start out like that. How did you first get into the gym?
Well, that guy sitting over in the corner watching us, Rob Bailey, who was my boyfriend at the time and now husband. He worked as a chef. Like, we were both going to school, so that's how we met. We were in college together. He'd work till 1 a.m., and I never got to see him. He only had 2 hours of the day, and those 2 hours were spent at the gym. So me being the little typical girl, like, hey, I don't get to see you. So he's like, well, from 2 to 4, I go to the gym before work. So if you want to see me, go to the gym.
Now, obviously, figure was a little bit difficult because of your genetic structure and your sporting background. Physique comes along.
Yeah.
How good was that for you? That was like fist in the air kind of stuff?
I remember because it was Nationals 2010 was going to be my last show. I would always do good on an amateur level. As soon as I stepped on a national stage, I was like dead last. And that's disappointing. And it wasn't because I looked bad, I just wasn't built right. Like, I have that more athletic look, so...
Didn't fit into there.
I just didn't fit in, and
I
don't, it wasn't that I felt like I should have placed higher. I don't think I should have placed higher, it just wasn't that look. Then that's when the whole talk about physique came about. And when they first started talking about it, it was like, it's a figure girl that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more muscular, a little bit harder, and I was like, wait, that's me, that's what they always tell me. So I made it a point. I was like, okay, well, whatever the first show is, I'm gonna do the very first show. I actually won my class and won overall and became the first pro ever in history.
First pro ever in history, and then last year they said they were gonna have a Physique Olympia.
Yes.
So you've been the competitive soul that you are.
Yes.
Said, not only will I be the first Physique pro in history, I'm gonna be the first Miss Olympia Physique in history.
Never in a million years did I ever go into thinking I was gonna win that, honestly. I knew I was doing well, but I never in a million years thought I was gonna win it. I knew I was like, no, like, these girls are way bigger than me. And that was how I was thinking. I thought I was like too small to everything. I was one of the smaller girls on stage, but that's the cool thing with physique. They're not looking for the mass, and I think a lot of girls went into Olympia coming in bigger than they did in the show prior that they won, and it ended up and hurt them because they're not looking, they don't want a bodybuilder. If they wanted bodybuilding, they would have had bodybuilding.
Correct. Tell us a little bit more about your training philosophy.
My training philosophy has sort of been the same for the last 10 years. When I started working out with Rob, he did more of like a bodybuilder training split, where it was like a chest day, a back day, leg day. It's been basically, since I started, sort of like a bodybuilder split since I started. Now my splits have changed throughout the years. Like, sometimes I work on certain body parts more, but I've always wanted to shape myself. So with shaping, you don't want to do like full body. Like, if you want, like Arnold said, if you want more delts, you've got to shape them. You have to mold yourself. You have to, it's like clay. So to do that, you do the bodybuilder split. So I love the fact of building certain areas, so it's always been like that, and throughout the years it's changed. Like, leg day for the most part has been the option that changed. Sometimes I used to go really, really heavy all the time, and then some weeks I'll go really light, but it's always been a bodybuilder split for the most part, and it's always been very heavy. Not like a strongman heavy where you're doing sets of like 3 to 5 at the most, but it's usually a rep range of somewhere between 8 to 12, usually about 10 to 12, but it's heavy and as intense as possible for those 10 to 12 reps.
We all know that success doesn't come overnight. There's no overnight success stories, but with this world of social media, things kind of spike really quickly. It's amazing, you've got something like 600,000 followers on Facebook. That's without all your Instagrams and Twitters and all the other sort of thing. Is that daunting to know that you've got you know, more than some of the celebrities and big athletes in the world.
It is, and that's why social media is so awesome, and that's why you got to take advantage of it from the beginning. That's what we worked on the most, and that's why people knew us, Rob and I, because we use social media to the fullest. It's a free network. We've never paid for advertising. It's all through social media. So we've always hit that really hard because you're open to so many more eyes that way. You're open to the whole world. What
would you like to say to your fans that are coming up in the sport, perhaps these ones that are where you were at 5-6 years ago, who have self-doubts, who just lack that little bit of confidence and just think, oh, I don't know, I'm not good enough or I'm not going to make it. What kind of message of hope can you give to those fans at home that are watching you tonight?
Just remember, anything is possible. I always, like, when I sign my name, I always hashtag chase your dreams, because both of us, that's what we have been doing, and we are continuing to do that throughout our life, is chase your dreams. If you have a goal or you have something that you want to do, just go for it. Sometimes you have to put a lot of work in to get to it, many sleepless hours, but if you want something bad enough, you can do it. So if you want to find me on Facebook, just type in Dana Linn Bailey. Also, Instagram is awesome, and that's just at Dana Linn Bailey. Very easy. Full name. Easy. Boom. Nothing fancy.
Hey, thanks for coming on MuscleTV.
Thank you for having us.
Over and out.
Thank you.
From the training and nutrition experts at Muscle & Fitness, 3 new ebooks to get you in the best shape of your life. Learn how to build muscle, boost fitness levels, torch body fat, train smart, and use sports nutrition effectively. Muscle & Fitness guides to high-intensity interval training, sports nutrition, and weight training success. Deliver over 500 pages of essential knowledge. Make sure you check out our free books app on iTunes and Google Play, or sign up to our e-newsletter for updates.